It is time to take notice. At 11-2, the LSU men's basketball team is off to its best start since 2008. And with the #1 overall recruit, Ben Simmons, coming to town next season, the Tigers could even be better next year. Football may rule all in Baton Rouge, but Simmons is looking to break that trend.
National Signing Day is the culmination of hard work and dedication for high school athletes across the country. And here in Baton Rouge, over 50 high school students signed letter of intents today to play college football. But 3 of those students, who we will refer to as the Ivy 3, will be taking their talents to schools that have more Rhodes Scholars than athletic scholars. It'll be a battle of 2 of the best big men in the SEC as LSU's Jordan Mickey goes head-to-head with Georgia's Marcus Thornton. With a win, the Pelicans are back above 500 and in the 8th spot in the Western Conference playoffs. Well, they had the fans behind them tonight as it was a sold-out Smoothie King Center with the defending champion San Antonio Spurs in town. Let's go to the highlights. AD getting stretched out pregame. He leads all Western Conference bigs in All-Star votes. Let's go straight to the second quarter. Spurs up 4. Manu Ginobili slices through the Pelicans' defense for the lay-in for 2 of his 12 points on the evening. But the Pels keep hanging tough with the champs. Drew Holiday uses an Anthony Davis screen for the nice left-handed layup off the glass. He had 15 and 7. Pels up 4 at the half. Fourth quarter now, New Orleans getting great contributions from its bench. They scored 45 points off the bench tonight. Here's 2 from Austin Rivers. Pelicans go up 6. Now, I know you didn't think you'd get through a Pelicans highlight without seeing the brow. Here he is with a block on Tim Duncan. This was his 4th block in 4 straight possessions. Finished with 22, 12, and 5, and he is fired up. But as you'd expect, the champs didn't go down without a fight. Here, the classic pick and roll ends with a dunk from Duncan. The future Hall of Famer had 20 and 12, but the Pelicans would seal the deal here. Tyreek Evans finds John Salmons in the corner, and that is all she wrote as the Pelicans go on to win 97-90. After the game, I caught up with Anthony Davis, who talked about trying to find consistency as a team.
We got to make sure that we show that every night.
I'm here with Bobcats head coach Lane Sedevy. Now, Lane, last weekend you guys went down to Aberdeen and won 2 games in very impressive fashion. But after the game, the main sentiment to your post-game speech was to keep your guys even-keeled. How do you think they've dealt with that in the week leading up to this game tonight? I think that both coaching staffs preached that this was just another game. But the Bayou Classic is the most well-known rivalry in historically black football, and the SWAC championship berth was on the line. So the players knew this one meant a little more.
You know, whenever it's Southern Grambling, everybody gonna say, hey, it's just another game in the SWAC, but it's not. 2 Louisiana teams fighting to see who rules what. And to come in at 2020 and have them at a great team we played against today, and to see them play that hard, but we came out with the win.
Emotions were still running high after Southern's goal line stand as time expired to beat Grambling in the 41st installment of the Bayou Classic.
When we first got on the field, I was like, look at this ball, it's a foot, and they can't get this foot.
Coach came out, he told us, it's going to be man on man, the trickery is out the way. And like I say, we just came and we executed the play.
During the week, Coach Odoms told me he was curious to see how his freshman QB would respond to a nationally televised rivalry game. Well, Austin Howard answered in the form of 258 yards and 3 touchdown passes.
He is not a true freshman. He is a football player. And when he comes out, he shows you he is a football player. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. He's going to step up to the plate. That's what the man's going to do. And we're going to put it all behind him.
Jason?
That's right, LT. Now, the Bobcats, they know their playoff fate in terms of seeding. There will be a 3 seed in next week's playoffs. But what they don't know is who they play. They'll figure that out at the end of the weekend. Tonight, they took on Austin, who is in first place. First period, no score. Bobcats on the power play. UND commit Zach Young fires the pass in front of the net, and Tyler Dunnigan takes care of the rest, and the Bobcats go up 1-0. Now, still in the first period, Austin works the puck around. Lucas Coles rips the shot, but Aaron Nelson comes up with the save. Some extracurriculars after the play. These 2 teams do not like each other. Now to the second period we go. Nelson with another great save, but off the rebound, Charlie Manley would score and tie the game at 1. And the Bruins, they go on to win 4-1, and they stay in first place. Now, LT, these 2 teams will play each other tomorrow and wrap up their season, and we will have highlights right here on the Night Report. Back to you in the studio. Saints fans are obviously frustrated with the way the season is going, but you can always fall back on your fantasy team. In this week's Fantasy Football Minute, our own David Lippman explains why they might help you this week, win or lose. Tell me a little bit about yourself personally that, most people don't know. We see you just running people over. What's Darius like as a person?
I'm a funny love.
Well, Bama Week is finally here, and you can feel the excitement around Baton Rouge and on campus. And the players, they acknowledge it. But what they also acknowledge is here in this practice facility, it has to be business as usual to get a win against former head coach, now enemy, Nick Saban and his Alabama Crimson Tide.
A lot of people are excited around campus, they're feeling good, but as soon as something bad happens, it's not going to feel good. So we need to stay focused, keep improving. Like we did this past bye week, we got a lot better. It was a great week for us to just work on fundamentals and things like that.
That will be the attitude and responses from LSU players all week when asked about their upcoming showdown against Alabama. However, many players still remain from that 2012 matchup in Tiger Stadium. And make no mistake about it, they remember that game-winning TD by T.J. Yeldon with 50 seconds remaining, and it still hurts.
Of course it hurt, but, great team. Things happen.
The two fan bases do not like each other, and with the players and coaching staffs being so familiar with one another, it heightens the intensity.
Our football team seems to play biggest on a big stage, and we'll look forward to getting to Tiger Stadium and allowing that fan base to rock the place.
Now, just a month ago, this game did not have the implications that it has now. But after 3 LSU victories over Florida, Kentucky, and Ole Miss, it has set the scene for what should be an electrifying atmosphere in Death Valley. At LSU, I'm Jason Dumas, NBC 33 News.